Hello, this is Lord Vathos, or just Super Chillin'. Here playing a game called Sorcery 4 is by Steve Jackson, famous creator of awesome games.
That's actually awesome.
Oh, thanks for liking. I've played the previous games, but I haven't played this one before. Interesting, they made it a 3D map. Sun disappears, you climb an ancient staircase, the steps barely visible in the dark. Look at the steps, look back, or keep moving. Long ago, these steps were etched with messages, warnings, and words of advice and succor to the acolytes making the pilgrimage to the fortress. But they have long since been scrubbed away by dust, and the remaining marks tell you nothing. But you are not alone. You sense your spirit guide pacing beside you. Right now, it takes the form of a panther. But this will change as you change. In the temple, they taught you that a prayer to your spirit could heal you, and even save you from death, but the spirits are not generous and decline to help often. You can ask for the spirit's aid using the pray button. In the distance, black smoke curls upwards. At least you have your blade. You draw your Analand sword an inch from its scabbard, its edge flashing in the moonlight. It is a stout, well-weighted weapon, if hardly fine. The truth is that it, like you, was the best that Analand could spare. Pulling up your hood against the freezing air, you stride onwards into the dark. You must not linger out here. Up the steps. The Zanzanu peaks rise on either side like jagged teeth. The path winds back and forth as it climbs, and glimpses of the brooding horror of Mampang come and go. Night has fallen and the path will be treacherous. You should find somewhere to rest as soon as possible. You should have a few days lead over any of the Archmage's spies. Look for somewhere to sleep here or keep walking. No, keep walking. But there is nowhere here. You have to keep climbing. Once acolytes walked these stairs on their way to study magic at the Fortress of Sorcerers. Now only ghosts travel this road, their mutterings carried by the knife-like wind. Rough undergrowth springs up, shadowing the path on either side. There might be enough shelter to sleep. Ahead, the stairs curve away out of sight. You see nothing of what lies around the next corner. No guarantee of a better spot further up, so you step off the path to shelter among the shrubs. There's a wet crunch beneath you as you lie down. Looking down, you find you've crushed several eggs. A moment later, an angry mother spyhawk rears up from the thicket. She screams with rage as she tears at your side. Oh, my sword. Yeah. Just read that. Oh shit. I do. Okay. So you roll, draw your sword ready to strike at the hawk. The spike hawk swoops in low, talons outstretched, and you slash out blindly, but the spike hawk has the momentum of its fall behind it. It knocks your blow aside and tears into your flesh. The spike hawk beats its muscular wings hard and lifts up into the sky. You wait for the spike hawk's wide wings to open, then your blade sings as it parts the air, but it reacts fast, lifting away from your blade. It escapes your blow. The spike hawk issues a bloody call and spreads its talon wide. You drop into a crouch as the spike hawk comes at you furiously. You push the blow away, staggering backwards under the impact. You escape mostly unscathed. The hawk circles again out of reach. An opening appears, you wait, twist and charge forwards, but the bird only circles and lifts. You fall back as the spike hawk screams downwards. You stay covered, you breathe a sigh of relief. It beats its strong wings and gains height, gathering momentum for another strike. You stay low as the spike hawk screams through the air. You repel it with your blade, heaving with the effort. You ready yourself for the next assault. Damn it. Suddenly you dive forward, you bring your blade in heavily, but the spike hawk responds quickly, lifting all but clear of your blade. Feathers drift down onto the stones. It flaps its way upwards, gaining altitude ready to swoop. You drop into a crouch, and as the spike hawk dives downwards, you dodge it best you can. You escape mostly unscathed. It climbs a little, gaining speed. Fuck. Next moment, the bird is plunging from the sky, as though intent on skewering you with its beak. Try a quick stab at the bird veers to one side in the air. As it knocks you backwards against the rock, you stumble, head spinning, you scream. Spike hawk opens its beak to wail and moves upwards into the air. Pretty badly here. You fall back, the spike hawk tries to slice you with its wings, but you duck. The creature's relentless assault keeps on coming, battering you and wearing you down. It arcs once more, far above the ground. God damn. Then swinging it up from a low crouch, you aim for the beast's cold heart, but the spike hawk simply turns about and raises up. Your swing is wasted. It beats its heavy wings and rises. Good. Take advantage of the spike hawk's anger to press forward. Your sword moves like lightning. The spike hawk tumbles as it tries to lift itself away, but it cannot move its wings. It collapses to the grass, and the light in its eyes goes dark. Jesus, that was a terrible fight. The night air falls quiet. The bird's broken body does not twitch. It sleeps on its body. Its dead children. You lie back down, turning the trampled nest over to use as a pillow. Wow, it will suffice. You have not yet eaten today, and you have a few provisions remaining. You eat a quantity of your cheese and bread and feel much better for it. Then you close your eyes and let your tiredness overtake you. What is left of the night is filled with visions. You are setting out from Analand once more. Your whole journey is still ahead of you. The stolen crown somewhere in the distance across the mountains in the possession of the Archmage. The birdman who took it laugh with swooping calls and caws of delight, and all the while you hear distant laughter from the east. You wake in the rough scrub, meagre sunshine, sunshine that floods the sky blood red. Looking down at where you slept, you see the remains of a few hawk's eggs, and the crushed bodies of 2 small spike hawk chicks. Wow, there is nothing else, nothing to eat or salvage. The flies have already found the bird's carcass. Who knows what lurks within? You resume the climb up the endless stairs. There is an unshakable gloom about this place. A few birds are singing thin and miserable songs. You reach the top of the stairs. Rounding the corner, you find 3 cave mouths set into the rock. The path continues past, but who knows what creatures these caves might hold. Perhaps your magic would aid you. What? Toss a coin to your watcher, O Valley of Plenty, O Valley of Plenty. What? What are you talking about, Lee? Mr. VIP? Oh. Can't watch the video just now, obviously. I think I need to do safe passage. O-W. You cast the spell and a calm voice begins to speak to you. Every cave has its dangers, this voice informs you. The smallest cave requires courage, the largest brawn. But what the third cave requires you never find out as the spell fades once more. You regard the caves with suspicion. The middle cave has the smallest entrance and probably opens into a niche and nothing more. The nearest cave would be large enough for a fire, but looks deep enough to contain any number of nasty surprises. A series of hoof prints lead into the mouth of the furthest cave. You take a closer look at the hoof prints. They are deep enough to suggest a largish creature, but they are no longer fresh. They are at least a few days old. Also note there are no prints coming out of the cave. Right, so it's probably a minotaur. I doubt it's a horse. It could be a centaur, but it's probably definitely a... well, actually, it could be the largest creature with hooves. It could be like a large boar. So, minotaur, boar, or demon. No. The caves are unlikely to contain anything but nasty surprises, surely. I'm going to go into the shallow cave. You approach the smallest cave mouth and kneel down to peer inside. A humble bard graced a ride along with Geralt Rivia. Along came the song. Okay. You approach the smallest cave mouth and kneel down to peer inside. You might be able to crawl inside, but it would be a tight squeeze. What's the spell? Don't think there's anything I can do. What's Foth? Force field. Fog, summon darkness in a dark cave. Nope. M-A-G. Protect from magic. No. Got H-O-W, but no, that won't help me. You call a wordless greeting into the cave mouth, listening for the echo, ready to react should you disturb any creatures. Nothing stirs. As your eyes adjust to the darkness within, you can see that beyond the entrance, the space opens out somewhat. If I had a light spell, that'd be good, but I don't. So, crawl inside, or toss a stone into the cave. You find a stone nearby and toss it into the cave. Nothing happens at first, and then a shrill howling issues from the cave. Draw my blade. You draw your blade, expecting something to rush you at any moment, but still nothing emerges. Crawl inside. Stealing your courage, you crawl into the mouth of the cave, sheathing your sword once more to fit through the gap. You are barely through the entrance of the cave when the howling noise sounds again. It is now somewhere terribly close at hand. What the hell is that? You wait a moment and slowly your eyes adjust to the dark, but you can still see nothing in the chamber. Suddenly, a tiny creature brushes your leg. The thing is a Jib-Jib, no more dangerous than an overgrown mouse. Covered in fur and no larger than a bomba fruit, it stands on two duck-like feet. Its body must be mostly lungs, as despite its size, when it howls, it makes a noise like a horn. Kick the creature, question the creature, or ignore the creature. Okay, I don't see what kicking the creature will do. Threatening the creature might make it run away. Unless there's like a bigger version of a Jib-Jib, like a Jab-Jab or something, and it punches you in the face. Ignoring the creature, I don't see how that would harm me either. So I'm going to threaten it. Clenching your fist, you cry out at the creature, which holds your gaze for a moment, then scurries away out of the cave. The cave appears otherwise empty. This would be a dry, well-protected place to rest if it was night time, but it's too early to sleep. I could eat my last rations and search back at the cave. Let's search the back. You grope and search the back of the cave, following the line of the rock with one hand. There are no hidden tunnels and no more Jib-Jibs, but soon enough you find the far wall. But then, in the darkness at the back of the cave, you hear something moving. A small creature with large eyes and long wings creeps forward into the faint light. Let's see if I got a spell to help me. Ooh, got new spells. Yeah. Yaz? No. Yep. No. S. U. No, S. U. S. Sense danger. I mean, I'm pretty sure that thing is a danger. S-A-P. Cause depression. Someone's done that on me. Let's see. D-O-E. Cool. There's a slowness. T-E-L. Leads minds. H? No, that'll just do that. Okay, so Was yeah, no, nothing here. S SUS. Us. Oh. You open your arms to cast a spell, but nothing happens. The creature beams a toothy grin. You're a sorcerer? It demands. Who are you? I'm supposed to be threatening it. Try another spell. I'm supposed to be. But not right now. Funny thing. The creature hops a little closer and pokes you with a talon. You're the Analander. You begin to shake your head, but the creature clicks its tongue. Don't bother denying it. You're the Analander, and you're going to Mampang. Well, listen to this. So am I. 1 second. My dad just came in and gave me some nuts. Okay, so am I. Stay back or I'll kill you. Tell me your purpose. Are you a servant of the Archmage? My purpose is a grim one, the creature asks, his expression growing hard, and I'm no one's servant, but I keep the details to myself. You finally place what this thing is. It's a Minimite, the bane of a sorcerer's life. Minimite's blood is capable of preventing enchantment from working. Ah, so that's why the magic didn't work. What's your name? Finn. Names can be valuable. I'll give you that for free. What do you want with me? Demand. Oh, nothing, the Minimite replies. I just thought I'd get a look at the famous Analander. Faces can be as valuable as names. I'll see yours again, I'm sure. Don't go just yet, but the creature shakes its head. You don't want me about. You lose your edge when I'm around. With that, it flaps its long wings and zips out of the mouth cave. Wait, the mouth cave? Ah! Cave mouth. Chuckling to itself. Just before it disappears outside, it turns and calls back. But you will have need of me before the end. You are alone once more. That's the corners. Feeling about in the corners of the cave, you come across something cold, smooth, and curved. Lift it up. Curious, you lift it up to find it is no sleeping serpent or dead limb as you feared, but rather an old glass bottle sealed with a stopper. You hold the bottle up to the light spilling from the cave mouth, but can make out nothing inside. The glass is a smoky, dark brown. Take it. You tip the bottle this way and that, and something moves inside. Not liquid, and the weight of the bottle indicates it's empty, but something inside makes a sound as you upend it. What do you think, Lee? Shall I smash it or shall I open it? Or just discard it? Mr. VIP. What do you think? Okay, well... So what is in it? It's smoky dark brown. It's not a liquid. I'm not open it. Holding the bottle well away from you, you twist the stopper free. Nothing erupts from inside, no spirits or clouds of gas. Out the bottle. You turn the bottle over and tip out whatever is inside. A scrap of parchment floats to the cave floor. You pick it up. The parchment is written in a language you do not recognize. Perhaps you will find someone out there who can read it. Eat something. You take advantage of the cave's safety, taking the last of your provisions from your pack. You fill your empty stomach and try not to think about what you will eat tomorrow. Time to move on. Mampang waits. Don't really want to go to the other caves, it sounds dangerous. You leave the caves behind, the steps are becoming wider as the path turns to follow the edge of a deep chasm. A little further on, a rock ledge juts out into the chasm. Two posts stand on either side with a narrow and rather ancient wooden bridge lashed to them. The bridge must be 100 years old at least. It's set into timber supports driven deep into the fixtures out of sight below the ledge. It's quite obviously a death trap. You lift your eyes to look across the chasm to the other side, where more mountains rise up. A cleft line in their peaks traces a narrow road, and atop one summit is what looks like a large bird's nest. You glance down the path ahead and see a line of hoof prints, oh god, similar to those you saw outside the cave. They lead away past the bridge. I could either lose one gold piece or I could cross the bridge. I'll cross the bridge. If it was over like if it was just like a stone bridge, yeah, I'd tuck the gold because there'd be a troll under it. But it's not. You step onto the foot of the narrow wooden bridge. It's no mean span. The chasm is twice as wide as you had first thought, but the boards look intact enough. Your knuckles are white as you grip the ropes and pace out onto the bridge. As the ropes tighten, the boards move downwards under every step, and it takes all your courage to take each step forward. You feel the protection of the panther still about you. It wants me to drop a coin, doesn't it? Keep moving. Standing still here is the worst option. If you're going to try and cross, you must be bold. You keep going, pacing board by board across the bridge. Miraculously, it holds firm, and you reach the far side. You pause to give thanks to the jackal before looking around. Oh, I've got the jackal now, not the panther. You're back on firm rock path once more. You leave the bridge behind and make your way around the edge of the chasm. The sun is blistering hot now. The path splits here, snaking around the edge of a mountain, while a branch works its way downwards. The ruins of a stone tower lie some way down the path. The tower seems to have fallen into disrepair. There are 3 ways to go from here. This way. I want to see the house. The trail winds up. It's weird how winds and winds is the same thing in English. The trail winds through the mountain. You follow it until a sight ahead makes you stop. Higher up the rocky cliffs perches a strange structure made of twigs, branches, and moss. It looks like a huge bird's nest perched on a wide stone ledge. If you were to climb the rock face up to it, you could easily fit inside. Why would I want to fit inside? Screw it. You climb up, careful to hold on to your belongings as you scale the rock face. Grab out the rocks and hoist yourself onto the ledge, just outside the enormous nest. The nest is an intricate construction of twigs and branches built into a natural cleft in the peak. The wind whips past a short distance away. Everything it can grasp has already been taken. On one side is a dark hole in the straw that might be large enough for you to crawl through. Seems like a bad idea, but you crawl through the hole into the heart of the nest. The inside of the nest is a curious bell-shaped chamber open to the sky. I'm thinking harpies. It just sounds like harpies. The walls are of woven straw, matted with feathers and scraps of fur. You look up through the narrow opening to the sky above, but see nothing. The nest occupant is going to return. They've not returned yet. You look around the chamber with interest. It's an incredible piece of engineering for a bird, even a large one. What could have made this thing? A harpy. You poke around the nest, eventually coming across a cloth skull cap. Oh, no. Packed roughly into one of the walls, but as you weigh, you'll find in your hands you hear a shriek from behind you. Got myself. Batman. Okay. You draw your sword as talons rake down your back, leaving deep cuts. You roll away, dodging another slash. Once on your feet, you come face to face with the nest's owner, who's returned, but this is no bird, it's just a bird man. The birdman's wings are outstretched, clawed hands already up and ready to tear at your body. The vicious talons drip with your blood. The birdman charges across the nest, talons outstretched. You squat into a defensive crouch, protecting your head. Birdman slashes at you. Birdman beats his strong winds and rises, gathering momentum for another strike. You wait for the birdman's winged arms to open, and then you strike. Your blade sings as it parts the air, catching the birdman between widespread wings. He rises sharply backwards. He makes his way upwards, making ready to plunge in. Use the birdman's anger to press forward. You bring your blade in heavily, catching the birdman wide open. You cut the birdman deeply into his belly. The creature howls at you in fury. The birdman climbs a little, gaining speed. You drop into a crouch as the birdman screams across the floor. You repel him with your blade, heaving with the effort. You escape mostly unscathed. The birdman opens his beak to cry, and it scratches at the ground below. An opening appears. You wait, twist, and then charge forwards. The birdman's own strike is easily overpowered. The creature screams in a blood-curdling tongue. He clicks together long nails once more. He is still determined to fight. You fall back. The birdman tries to slice you with a lazy swipe of his wings, but you duck. He beats his heavy wings and rises, his eyes not leaving you. Suddenly you dive forwards. Your sword moves like lightning, catching the birdman unprotected. The birdman befouls a foul curse as his breath comes short and fast. The birdman reaches with his cruel talons. That went a lot better. You duck backwards and lure the Birdman towards you, only to spin around and attack. Swinging up from a low crouch, a low crouch, you aim for the beast's cold heart. The Birdman falls to the ground, feathers drifting from his body. The savage light in his eyes has gone dark. Oh dear, I just opened a nut by myself. Crazy. Without using the thing. Nutcracker. Yeah. While the Birdman may be delicately boned, they are vicious fighters. You stagger back against the straw, gasping for breath, you crawl back out the nest. Alright, I've got a skull cap, which means I can read memories. Read thoughts even. You merge into the fresh air and biting wind on the edge of the cliff. Thin heat beats down from an empty sky. You begin the long, cautious climb back down to the path below. You head down a slight incline. Mampang looms into view once more. It's as though these mountain passes have been carved to ensure no one approaching could forget the citadel's looming appearance. Presence. Oh. Where is it? Oh. Yeah. Huge. Oops. Looking at the path ahead, you see the ground appear to buckle where a sharp rock rim rises out of the ground. Before you lies a deep crater as though an entire mountain peak had been scooped away. You will have to find a way across. The sun is beginning to lower and the air begins to cool. The crater reminds you of the last crater you encountered. Extinct volcano. An extinct volcano mouth, no less, high in the mountains of the Badubak Ridge. You were standing outside the hut with the smoking chimney. A voice calls you inside and you entered. Inside the hut your vision was lost in gloomy darkness. Let us suppose, a croaking voice declared, that I am a sorcerer and you are a sorcerer too. Do you know which of us is the more powerful? Most likely you. Show yourself, stranger, you replied. Stranger? Replied the voice, chuckling. You are in my house. There was a pulsing glow from somewhere across the room, and a moment later the hut flooded with brilliant, dazzling light, so bright you were forced to turn aside, eyes watering. I see you are not powerful enough to counter that, the voice remarked. The light finally faded to a more comfortable level. I don't think there's anything of danger here. She could have killed me as soon as I came in. But in the earlier games, do not accept anything from a crazy lady or a nice lady in a hut. You will die. Tell me what you know, I'll run you through. Great. Uh,
It's got reduced health.
reduced damage even. Damn. I still did 2 damage though. I should kill it no matter what. Okay, what do we got here? I can use it. I think the wig allows me to speak languages. was worth going back for. That was like a siren. Teleported me? Goddess, cool. Oh. That was good. Visibility would work, but nowhere have the stuff needed. What the hell? Oh my god. Well, I'm dead. Literally no way I can survive this. Literally dead either way. Yeah, rip. It was on 1 health though. I'm gonna succumb. Nah. I think I'll do this in gameplay. So that was a 10-1. Thanks for watching. I am ending the stream now.